in the Mississippi River, where thousands of African people live. These Africans were slaves under the rule of white.
This music didn't come from churches near chorus. This music come from the suffer of the black people in this racist society. It's only one singer, one man against the world, but he wants to express what they were obligated to work in the agriculture campus and also in the preach. The blues was dramatized. It was the feeling of the black people. They cried, they suffered, they gasped. It was dramatic.
The gospel was created later in the Christian churches because many slaves were part of these churches. In the 1900s, ragtime was created, and it came from the dances that the slaves did to their masters. Jazz comes from the mixture of all these African American music genres.
In the 17th, drastic changes occurred because of leaders like Martin Luther King and also Malcolm X. They accomplished the obtention of civil rights for the African Americans. All these facts were influenced in the music because they generate big changes that, at the beginning, the racism forbid.
Here appears the first record company headed by a man of color. The name of this man was Samla Motown, and he was responsible of the release of numerous stars of blues and soul, with a great capacity of commercial penetration. British artists like the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton discovered the blues and incorporated it into their songs, but not like in the original style. However, this made the public aware of several blues masters. African American music does not disappear, but it reincorporates into the new styles that arise, such as the New York salsa that comes from the tradition of Afro-Cubans that came to New York, or the funk of musicians like...
In 1965, started the rock. Goodbye to the old, welcome to the new. All the antique characters disappeared, and in their place stayed the young people, whose their only interest was making money. They heard the black music, and that's how the rock started. One example that we can see of this type of rock is the Rolling Stones. Besides, they put the arrogance and the sex to their music.
For white people, this fusion between their music and African American music was like a big polemic because racism still existed in those days. The rap comes from the Latino and black neighborhoods of New York in the 70s. These rappers express themselves through like complex metaphors because they wanted to express what they felt.
In big part in the 90s, the rap started to deteriorate. It becomes more commercial. It mixed with the pop for getting more popularity. Gradually, the rap and the Afro-American music start changing. They stop using the music as a means of expression. The world of the music is very interesting, but it had become very commercial. This shows in these old times.
We can see that there are musicians that do this because they feel the passion and they love what they do. But there are other musicians that do it because they want to gain money and fame.
Besides the Afro-American music became commercial, there are still some artists that are trying to incorporate it like it was in the origin. One example is Jack White.
Then along came Delilah and clipped his wig. And it looks like you took me the same old